Welcome everyone to my channel, Alien Diamonds. Today I will be doing a WIP and chat. For those who don't know, WIP just stands for Work in Progress, so you can either watch me as you work on your own project, or you can just listen to me in the background as you do chores or go on a drive or whatever it is you want to do. Today, I will finally be finishing up Apothecary Shop by Claudia and McKinney from Diamond Art Club. It is a square drill canvas, which is 69.9 by 69.9 centimeters, with 78,961 drills and 94 colors. And, I mean, you can probably barely see it on screen right now, but I just have this tiny little section left. I started this back in the beginning of July, I think, so it's been like 2.5 months, almost 3 months. Oh my gosh, September's almost over, I can't believe that. But let me turn on my light pad and zoom in to this section so you can actually see what I'm doing while I talk about a little bit of diamond painting stuff and some other stuff going on in my life. Alright, so, like I said, I'm very close to finishing this. I'm sorry for your thunder. It's very stormy outside right now. Yeah, tiny section. I thought I'd give myself the best chance of finishing it on camera. So, no ones, we've got twos though. I actually already finished a different canvas earlier, or this past week. It was just a snack size canvas, and I think, well, I don't know, let me know in the comments, would you rather see me kit down a tiny canvas that only had like 21 colors, or would you rather see me kit this down? Because like if I kit this down on camera, it's going to take me like 2 hours. I don't know if any of y'all want that, but I'm going to have to kit down both of them eventually, so it's just a matter of turning on the camera. But I'm actually kind of surprised that I managed to finish the other kit this past week, even though it was a snack size kit. I just, for some reason in my head, I was like, I'm only going to get like 1 or 2 finishes for the month of September. But by the end of this video, I'll have 3 finishes, and then I should be able to finish at least 1 more thing, possibly 2, depending on what I decide to work on. I still haven't started the kit that I kitted up last week, but I'll probably start that one either today or tomorrow. I'm a little behind on my drills and chills canvas, just by a day, because I've just been working on it every other day, so I was supposed to work on it yesterday, and I didn't. So if I work on it today, then I'll be caught up. It's just, my next like 10 sections on that are just a bunch of the background things that are not interesting. I looked ahead, because I have the sections randomized on the canvas with my release papers, but I was looking under each of them to see when the next time I would have something interesting to do, and it's not for a while. So that's a little... It's okay. The background ones at least go quickly because they're color blocking. I didn't even check Diamond Art Club's Instagram this weekend just because I'm on a no-buy, and I'm like, I don't even want to see what they're releasing because I might just cry. Because I can't even think about buying anything right now. For those who don't know, we've had roommates for like the past year, but they're going to be moving out at the end of their lease next month. And that means that our rent is essentially doubling. We can afford it, like we can make it work. Mainly because my wife paid off her car like a few months ago, and that was a huge payment that now we don't have to worry about. So like, we're gonna make it work, and like we have enough to make it work, but it'll just be tight. And so I don't have any spending money. I'm definitely hoping to get like diamond painting related stuff for Christmas though. And then we'll see if I get lucky and get any prizes from drills and chills. I know it's extremely unlikely with how many people are participating, but we'll see. Never say never, right? Because of that, I didn't even bother to look at like Diamond Art Club's new releases for this weekend because I just didn't want to disappoint myself. So I don't know if there's anything interesting or not. That's really all the diamond painting stuff from this past week. And like, surprised that I even finished as much as I did. I feel like maybe I'll start doing more diamond painting than I did over the summer, because like the summer was really slow for me for some reason. I mean, I've like been anxious about a bunch of stuff. So I'm feeling a little better this past week, like anxiety-wise. I'm not a fan of like the dark, like gloomy, like fall, winter, like waking up when it's still dark outside. I'm not a fan of that. But I am glad that the weather's cooling down. And like I went to the park twice this past week with my toddler. We hadn't been in a while. We hadn't even gone to the pool. Like, because my toddler's, at the start of the summer, he would ask, like, every day to go to the pool and the splash pad. But then he stopped asking, and, like, even when I would, like, ask him and suggest it, he'd be like, no. And then the pool is closed now. It closed last Monday, I think, was the last day it was open. But even if it was open still, I would not want to go. There's like a high of 73 today. I'm one of those people who I'm like, it has to be at least 80 for me to want to go swimming. Yeah, the weather cooling down is nice, and like we were able to go like to the park, and we actually took jackets to the park, which is insane. I mean, we ended up taking them off like while he was running around and playing, because you know it gets a lot warmer after that. But then put them back on for the walk home. And then today, like, it was raining and thundering a lot last night, and it's like still been drizzling on and off this morning, and it looks like there's going to be like a storm, a real proper storm. Other toddler stuff, because actually like pretty much everything I have to talk about this week is related to my toddler. I was trying to bribe them to wear a specific shirt. A cute new shirt for them that I wanted them to try on. And they did not want to. But then later that day, they were asking if they could blow up balloons. And I was like, I'll tell you what, I'll blow you up a balloon if you wear that shirt. And they were like, okay. And since then, they'll randomly be like, I want to wear my game controller shirt, because the shirt has a game controller on it. And I'm like, well, like, obviously the day after they had agreed to wear it, it was in the wash, so I was like, it's being clean. And they're like, I want to wear my game controller shirt, and then I can have another balloon. And I'm like, no. That's not really how that's supposed to work. So maybe I shouldn't have tried bribing them that way. But then they've started asking, like, saying other things. Like, they are normally super picky with their food, but they're like, I can eat some toast, and then I can have a balloon. And I'm like, but that... And then they've also kind of the same sort of thing where they're like trying to... I mean, they're learning how to negotiate. I guess that's like a good skill. I don't know like where that falls in like cognitive ability. Like if there's any specific like milestone related to like negotiating things. And I've given them this option in the past where I'm like, okay, kiddo, I'm going to go take a 10-minute shower. While I'm showering, you can watch TV. And so recently they'll be like, Dad, go take a shower so I can watch TV. Or even, Dad, go take a nap so I can watch TV. And I'm like, though honestly, I've been crazy tired recently, so I'm like, that's tempting, kid. Honestly, I could use a nap. But I also don't want him to just sit on TV, and like, there's some of that like parent guilt where it's like, I'm exhausted, I know I need sleep, I don't want him to sit watching TV all day. But I have given in to him saying that a few times this past week. Yeah, like I said, I've been tired. Well, it's weird because I'm either like wide awake, like have more energy than I know what to do with, and like I switch between like that state where it's like I get everything done in a single hour, and just being like, if I don't lay down right now, I'm going to pass out, which is abnormal for me. Normally I'm just kind of groggy all the time. I'm not necessarily worried about it, just because I think I know what's causing it. I think I am certain that it's related to the medical stuff I've been dealing with, which, again, for anyone who's new here, no, I'm not like sick. I'm not dying. I'm okay. I just have some medical stuff going on. But it is making me very tired. But also still related to my toddler is that they've started to count a lot more. And they've been counting for a long time. Because, like, even before they knew how to talk, like, at all, anytime we would, like, walk up the stairs with them, we'd count the steps. Or, like, just randomly throughout the day count random things. So, like, they've known how to count to 14 for a long time, because that's how many steps are on our stairs. And just today, they counted all the way to 150 with help. So they can count to 29 without any help at all. But then instead of saying 30, they say 20, 10. So then I have to correct them and say 30, and they're like 31, 32, and same thing at 40, they'll say 30, 10. But once I correct them as 40, then they'll continue to 49, so on and so forth. It's just wild, though. They're 3 years old, and they're counting, and they recognize numbers now. They recognize all the single-digit numbers, and they recognize 10, and sometimes they'll correctly recognize up to, like, 20. But that's a little more hit or miss. Normally they'll just, like, say 2, 0 versus saying 20. I'm still very impressed. Do I have any of these symbols? I don't think so. And then they're getting really good at recognizing their alphabet as well. And again, like, similar with numbers, like, they've been able to sing the alphabet for a long time, because that's what, for a long time, we would sing while brushing their teeth. Now we let them choose what song they want to sing while brushing their teeth, but for a long time it was the alphabet, so they sing that while brushing their teeth and while washing their hands. So they have the song down, but they've started recognizing the actual symbols a lot more recently. And the other day, this is the first time that, like, it hit me that they were actually getting a hang of things. My wife was watching a Minecraft Let's Play video. And normally with those videos, they have, like, what day they're on of playing that Minecraft world. And our toddler was watching with her and suddenly pointed up at the screen and went, DAY20. And sure enough, it was day 20. And we just, like, both looked down at him like, what? They still can't, like, read any full words. And, like, there's still letters that they get confused by. I'm still impressed regardless. I guess the only... I don't think they're reading this word, but there's, like, a big sign near our house that says wander. And there's actually several, because I think it's, like, the name of the neighborhood or something. But every time we pass it, my toddler... I mean, I'd read it to them one time when we were on a walk. And now every time we pass it, they go, wander. And every time we pass one of the other signs that say it, they go, wander. And I spelled it out. They have little magnet letters. I spelled it out the other day with those. And he immediately went, wander. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's a big word to be the first word you can read. But I'm trying to teach... They don't know how to write. They don't have good control with, like, markers or pens or anything, so they can't write any of these letters, but I'm trying to teach them how to read their own name. And they know that, like, they recognize the letter their name starts with and always says that letter for their name, you know, because they'll be like, A for apple, B for Blippi, C for car. And when we get to the first letter of their name, they'll say that for their name. So it's wild. I'm nervous about tomorrow, because tomorrow they are going to get well, I need to double check. I'm pretty sure that their pediatrician said they were getting their flu vaccines in today, this Monday. And if so, my mom is stopping by tomorrow, so I'm going to see if I can borrow her car to drive them over to get their flu shot, and I'm sure they will not be happy about it. But it's been a while since they've had any sort of shots, but I'm worried that how it'll go this time, how they'll feel about that. Hopefully the promise of getting a sucker will be enough to get them through it. I also have more blood work that I need to do sometime this week. It doesn't actually matter exactly when I get it, but I'm thinking I'll try to also get that tomorrow because the clinic that I go to and my kid's pediatrician, they're in the same office building. So if I can just get both of those done at the same time, that'd be great. I had blood work done last week as well. I've not heard back about it yet. I honestly don't have any idea when I'll hear back about it, or even, like, I don't know. I'm currently, I think I found another doctor to see just because this current doctor, they've seemed to have some issues with, like, admin stuff. I did look the other week, and I think I found somewhere that should hopefully be better. It's farther away, but it's really close to my wife's work, so, like, that's convenient. If I get, like, a morning appointment, if I can just, like, drop her off at work and then go straight to an appointment. Or alternatively, if I can go to an appointment and then go straight to picking her up if it's in the afternoon. That's more convenient. And they also actually take... Because I'm still on my parents' insurance right now, but I'm turning 26 next year, so I'll be being kicked off my parents' insurance. But I also have Medicaid, and the doctor I'd been seeing, I'm pretty sure does not take Medicaid, which, like, right now is not an issue, but come next year, it will be. So the new place I found takes both my parents' insurance and Medicaid, so I won't have to worry about trying to... I'd rather, like, get that sorted and switch now than, like, waiting till I have to, if that makes sense. And I was able to set up a doctor's appointment with them, but that's not till mid-October. Speaking of October, I am still very much looking forward to the Conan Gray concert. My cousin was originally planning to come, and, you know, she bought a ticket, and she was gonna... She lives, like, 4 hours away from us. The concert's, like, a half-hour to an hour drive from us, depending on how traffic is. But she was gonna come up, stay at our place for a day, and then go to the concert with me and my wife. And when we bought the tickets, you know, it was far enough out that she was like, I should easily be able to get that time off. But lo and behold, she is not able to get off. So she will not be coming after all, which sucks. Me and her have both loved Conan Gray since, like, 2020. It's my favorite artist. It's not her favorite artist, but I know that he's, like, up there for her. And so, like, we've tried to make plans to go to his concerts several times, like, anytime he's been in the area. And it's just fallen through every time, so, like, this time, when we finally were, like, able to get tickets and everything, of course we were excited. But then... something always has to come up, doesn't it? But it's okay. I know that, like, my wife's probably happy about it, because then it can actually be, like, a proper date without my cousin third-wheeling. I mean, I know, like, she likes my cousin and they get along, but they don't know each other super well. So, it's fair enough that she would rather just, like, me and her go, and then my mom's just going to watch her kiddo, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm desperately trying to think about anything else that happened this week. I mean, so my therapist is out of town. She was out of town last week, she's out of town this week, and she'll be out of town next week too, so I don't remember if I mentioned it last week in my WIP and chat or not, but yeah, she's out of town for 3 weeks in total. And I was really nervous about it. Because, like I said, like, I've been really anxious recently. And I'm like, what if something happened? Like, 3 weeks is a long time. Like, she goes out of town. She gets vacations semi-regularly, like. And, you know, she always warns us when she's going out of town. But normally it's, like, just a week that we're missing, not 3 weeks. So, I was nervous about it. I'm less nervous about it. I mean, I feel like it's going to be fine now, just because this past week honestly went really well. And so I'm like, if hopefully like this one good week can at least like carry me through and make up for anything that might throw me off in the next few weeks, right? I think I'll be okay. Let me just like time lapse these last few colors because I'm desperately trying to think of anything to talk about and I'm completely drawing a blank. Okay, last drills placed on this humongous canvas. I will definitely show a full picture of this now that it's done, but either way, thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad I managed to get it done in this video. Go ahead, like, comment, let me know if you'd rather see me kit down this or my smaller canvas, and I will talk to you guys in another video. Bye!